Okay, I wanted to walk through the elements of this finished stained glass audio barrier and just point out some of the things that are in here. So I'll start with the operable door. The operable door is kind of the most high-end part of the stained glass design, cost the most, took the most time. And there's a variety of different gems in here, what they call gems. So this is a custom beveled gem here. This is a custom beveled dichroic gem. This one is as well, which just means that it has a separate kind of layer adhered to the back that makes all these crazy colors. So it's kind of hard to show at any given point in time, but just depending on how you're looking at it, it can change colors from green to red to purple and just about any color you can think of in the rainbow. So it's pretty amazing. Then down here we have a fisheye lens, which we threw in there for fun, and this is more of a kaleidoscope type of gem. This is manufactured actually. And then we have, otherwise we have some just kind of dark, rich, opaque-like colors, but they're informing what the ray colors that we're going to go check out in a second are. Let's see. So there's the other thing to notice here is, or the other thing that we kind of threw in there was that this looks a little bit like a flower. So this is intended kind of symbolically to be the sun, I guess, and these are the sun ray lines, what we're calling the sun ray lines that go up here and here. So I'll go through the colors in a second, but in terms of how this is actually architecturally structured, we have steel tubing, 1-inch steel tubing, and then we have these L brackets. This L bracket is holding in place this piece of glass. And this L bracket goes throughout. This piece of glass is then joined by a lead line to a different piece of glass, totally different color, and then a third piece of glass that starts here. But as you can see in the background, there's actually another piece of glass behind it, so there's a whole other set of ray lines that are right behind it. So the whole thing is kind of intending to gradiate from kind of a richer, darker color up to a lighter color, more transparent, more opaque, more translucent. Between the two panes of glass, there's a piece of, I guess it's a piece of styrofoam, sticky tape, that's going to help buffer the sound. In terms of the sound reduction, we've definitely reduced the sound significantly. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit less buffering than you would get from a typical wall, but it's certainly enough to make a difference in terms of my ability and my partner's ability to sleep when the other is downstairs. So from afar, you can get a sense of how big this is. It's about 8 feet high, maybe 7 feet, 8 feet wide, 7 feet wide. And I'll talk about the colors of the rays on the other side. It's a little bit easier to see. But you can see like it's kind of glassy and almost hard to make out the colors on this side, at least to me. But when you go to the other side, what I've noticed is the light really pops depending on, or the window really pops depending on if you have to be on the darker side and have light on the other side. It can be in pretty low light, but if you're in the darker space, you definitely see the colors a lot better, as evidenced by the fact that the colors are really bright now. So I'm going to go downstairs and show you what it looks like from down there. Oh, the other thing to point out is the cool shadows that it's casting on the roof up there, the ceiling. So, well, I'll just point out one more thing as I'm walking down, because this tends to move quickly, but it creates these kind of rainbow splashes just throughout the house at various times around sunset, which is kind of a neat effect. I'll show you a couple more. There's one. There's one. There's one. So that's been kind of neat to watch. Sometimes it'll cast like a circular rainbow right on the wall here. Oh, maybe it's about to do that. From down here you can definitely see how the colors pop a lot more. In terms of the color scheme, these are matching the colors of the house. We have plum, plum, and plum, although they look different in this kind of light. This is a green or mint colored ray to match the green wall. So the green wall, there's the plum. And then we have blue, which doesn't really match anything. And then we have this maybe like salmon-esque color, which is supposed to match this wall. So, so there it is. The stained glass audio barrier.